Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Up the Guts channel. And geez, did we just witness one of the best games of Test cricket we have ever seen? It had everything. It had a 19-year-old debutant really making a statement, putting his mark on the cricket world against the best bowler in the world, Jasprit Bumrah. I am talking, of course, of Sam Konstas, who introduced Conball as it's been embarked around social media now. We saw a number 8 make 100. We saw a almost 100 until a run out. We saw a bit of everything. We saw Virat Kohli trying to get under the skin. Sam Konstas got under the skin of Virat Kohli, who then tried to show his dominance and caused some controversy. As I mentioned, we saw that number 8. We saw Paddy Cummins on the last day of the test really coming in and showing why he's the skipper and led from the front, taking those crucial wickets. We saw Travis Head take a wicket with the ball and do the hand in the eye celebration, which was absolutely class. We saw Nathan Lyon celebrate on his own when he took one of the last wickets of the game there. And now, with the Aussies winning, that was such a crucial win because it now moves them 2-1 ahead, meaning that India have to win the next game in order to retain the Border Gavaskar Trophy. So it's going to be a really crucial game going to the SCG. But without further ado, let's get into the Boxing Day Test rankings. So we'll just heading over to the full screen now. Got it up for full screen. So for ones that have been following on, you'll know the criteria for now. But for any new listeners after that Boxing Day Test, sparking a lot of spark, I'm sure some people will jump on here and might be watching for the first time. So let me go over how I rank it. S tier is you've had a 10 out of 10 performance, and only no more than really 2 really getting S tier. Then we got the A tier, which I've marked them an 8 or 9 out of 10. B tier is a 7 out of 10. C tier is anywhere from a 5 or a 6. D tier is a 3 or 4. E tier is a 1 or 2, and an F tier is a 0 out of 10, and you're probably looking like to be dropped for the next test, or your spot is really on the line. So let's start off with the winners in the Aussies. First up, we have Usman Khawaja, who really looked nice opening the batting. 57 in the first dig, and really accompanied Sam Konstas, who took a lot of the strike, but also helped in that situation with Virat Kohli to ease the situation, but then made some runs of his own and also took 3 catches in the field. So for Usman Khawaja's performance, I gave him a C. Now, the man of the moment, the debutant, the 19-year-old Sam Konstas came in, and that first innings, my God, we had it on at work, we were watching it, and we were just like, oh my God, he's just rammed Bumrah. Next minute, he's rammed Bumrah again. He's rammed him again for 6. He rammed him 3 times in 1 over and made 60 in the first dig. It was amazing batting there by Sam Konstas. Got under the skin of Virat Kohli, who came in. Virat Kohli got his fine. It's up to debate whether he should have got fined a bit more. Then made 8 in the second dig. It's going to be interesting to see, especially going into the SCG, how Sam Konstas comes at it. Does he go out the same way? Because now the Indians see what his plan was against Bumrah. Now he's probably going to have to bat more traditional. How is he going to manipulate it now? He's a good enough batsman to be able to do it, but with the media and everyone on him, the spotlight, is right on him now. How is he going to be able to manipulate it to score runs other than just playing those ramp shots? Because Bumrah, as we said, the best bowler in the world. Luckily, this test is at the SCG. He's Sydney-born, and so it'll be good for him to do it there. But I'm interested to see how he comes to the SCG. But other than that, what a debut. Had the crowd up and going as well with the celebrations. Got him with Bay 13. I gave Sam Konstas a B, and he's one to look out for the future. It's probably a bit stiff not to get an A. Marnus Labuschagne batted really, really well. Probably stiff not to get 100 in first innings, 72, and in the second innings, 70. It's just the Marnus that we knew of old. He played and missed a few times, but was really composed when he batted. As I said, probably deserved a 100, but I gave him an A. Steve Smith straight into the S tier. That 140 was the old Steve Smith that we knew, and we just batted beautifully. Probably he didn't move around the crease as much, went back to what he knows best, and done his little shuffle, clipped off his pads. But what I know, when Steve Smith is on, I think Steve Smith at his perfect best is when you see him cover drive through the covers for 4. When you see him middle that shot, it's just beautiful. And you know Steve Smith is on 140 in the second, 13 in the second innings, and also took 3 catches in the field, so I put him in the S tier. Now, Travis Head, a real dull one for him this time. Made a duck in the first innings, 1 in the second innings, bowled in both innings, none for 11 in the first from his 3, then 1 from 14 from his 5 in the second. Also took a catch in the field. The celebration might even bump it up for this, but I've gave him, he's lucky enough to get an F. I'm putting him in the E column. Mitch Marsh, F column for me. He's really been disappointing this series. Backed him in, had Bo Webster there. They possibly could have played. Made 4 in the first innings, a duck in the second innings, and then none for 28 from 7, and none from 2 from 3. Took 2 catches in the field, so it took some really nice catches, but he's just not impacting with the ball, and he's not impacting with the bat. So I don't know what he's supposed to be doing there as an all-rounder. He's got to be impacting somewhere, and he just wasn't. So that's why Mitch Marsh is in the F column, and his spot is possibly up for grabs. And if not this, the last test, in the next series as we go on, especially going forward to the Ashes. Alex Carey, 31 in the first innings, 2 in the second, and 3 catches. I put him in the D column. Glove work wasn't amazing and was a bit disappointing with the bat. Looked like he could have gone on with it a bit in the first innings, but got a start but didn't go with it. Pat Cummins, our skipper. I don't know what starts in front of him, but Pat Cummins goes straight to the 8 tier. 3 for 89 in the first innings, 3 for 28 in the second innings, but more importantly, 49 with the bat in the first innings, and it was a really crucial 49, and sticking around with Steve Smith, and 41 in the second innings puts him straight in the A tier. Mitchell Starc with that back complaint, side strain, whatever you want to call it, says he's okay, but he did look a bit proppy. None for 86 in the first innings, 1 for 25 in the second innings, 15 and 5 with the bat. Took a catch and put him into D. Could they possibly look at resting him? I don't know who they will play. They've got Sean Abbott there. They've got Jai Richardson there as well. I know they won't want to lose the series, but is it a possibility in looking at resting Mitch Starc? It's not ideal, but you got to see how he's going to pull up. He's getting older. I believe he's 35, I want to say now. Bowling at that pace, your back's going to take a lot of the load, especially with Mitch Marsh, as I mentioned before, not bowling as much because his body can't handle it either. Puts more load on Mitchell Starc having to bowl more. And at that pace, it's always going to take its toll, especially at his age. So it's just one to put out there. I don't expect him to do it, but it's just one to look out for. Nathan Lyon, 3 for 96 in the first innings, 2 for 37 in the second. Made 13 in the first innings, 41, a really good 41 in the second innings. Took 2 catches. This is the best Nathan Lyon's bowled all series. Probably the best he's bowled for in a long time, especially in that first innings. Had the ball moving, put it in the right areas. When given the chance to bowl, he shows he can still deliver. How long has Nathan Lyon got left? I think he might be done. They'll probably look to use him in the Ashes, but it's going to be up for debate. I think they might use him, but he's getting right at the end. And Todd Murphy has to be the next one to come up. Let me know in the comments who else you think could be the next spinner. Who have we got up next other than Todd Murphy? And so Nathan Lyon, I gave a A. Scotty Boland, I also gave an A. The barrel, 3 for 57 in the first innings, 3 for 39 in the second innings, 6 not out, 15 not out, and 1 catch. Whenever Scotty Boland bowls, he just knows how to take wickets. Obviously, 3 in each innings, just bowls that nagging line and length and just knows how to grab a wicket. It just shows you bowl that consistent line and length. He's not the quickest out of them, still quick, but that line and length is so crucial and why I think Scott Boland should be playing more. He's also getting old, I believe he's 35 as well. But he should be playing more because when he plays, he takes wickets and it's just showing there. So there are the Aussie rankings there. Now, I'll go over them now. So S tier, Steve Smith. A tiers, we got 4 players in there, which is a good sign for the Aussies. 4 in the A tier. Marnus Labuschagne, Pat Cummins, Nathan Lyon, and Scott Boland. B tier, the debutant, Sam Konstas, probably a bit stiff not to be in the A tier. C tier, you know what? Sam Konstas goes up into the A tier purely for that. the way he attacked Jasprit Bumrah, the best ball in the world, I'm going to put him in the A tier. So in Usman, no one in the B tier now. Usman Khawaja in the C tier. D tier, we got Alex Carey and Mitchell Starc. And in the E tier, someone that I don't think you'll see very often. Very unusual performance from him going by his last 2 years, 18 months. Travis Head and F tier Mitch Marsh, whose spot is up for question for sure. So now let's move on to the Indians. All right, moving on to the Indian team. We'll start off with Jaiswal. Batted beautifully in both innings. Should have got 100 in one of them. First one was, I don't know what he was thinking with that run out. And then in the second one, bit of controversy. He clearly hit it, but Snicko didn't show it up, and he didn't want to walk. I think, you've hit it, just walk. But this kid is the future. I believe he's 23, 82 and 84. Was stiff not to get 100, and he goes in the A tier for me. Rohit Sharma, 3, 9 and a catch. Moved himself up to opening this game, pushing KL Rahul down to the 3, where he's batted so well as an opener all series. And Rohit Sharma goes straight into the F column. Straight in there, and I believe Rohit Sharma is done. He might even be told his services are no longer needed after this final test. I don't see, they're not going to drop him for this final test. Let's get that clear, he's the skipper. But I don't see him moving forward, especially in test cricket for the Indian side. He's leaving out the lights of Shubman Gill, who is their future alongside Jaiswal. I still see him in the one day and possibly T20 format, just not in the test format. KL Rahul, 24 and a duck. He goes in the D tier. Obviously, moved from the opening down to 3. It's not much of a difference, but I'm a bit annoyed that they did that. Rohit Sharma probably should have batted at 3, or if he was going to open, he should have came out with a more attacking format instead of that disgusting shot he played in the first innings. That's one of the worst shots you'll see in test cricket. So KL Rahul was a bit stiff there, but he moves into the D column. Virat Kohli, 36, looked okay for his 36, 5, a catch and a run-in with Sam Konstas. I put him in the D column. Probably could have been put in the C column, but that shoulder charge puts him in the D column as well. Probably just knocked him down a bit. It was just disgusting. You don't want to see it. Rishabh Pant, 28, 30, 4 catches and a run-out. I've also got him in the D tier. Played some really, really unnecessary shots in both innings to get himself out when he just didn't need to play them. He was okay with the gloves, but Rishabh Pant needs to find his middle ground, when to attack, when to play these shots, and when to play genuine cricket, because Pant is a very, very good batsman. Maybe it's, all right, Pant, you're not a number 5. Let's move you down. Let's move you down to 6 or 7 and find another middle order batsman in there. Because if he can bat with a tail, that might be even better. We've seen him do it over against England, I believe, when he's won a test. He's done it against Australia, batting at 7. So maybe that number 5 isn't necessarily for him because he's caught in 2 minds. Maybe that 6 and 7 is more the spot for Rishabh Pant, and it's just about finding someone to play in that middle order spot. Is it Shubman Gill, or is his future in the 3? I'm sure they've got other batters around. They played someone in the first series. If I go back, in the first test, they had Pandahal, and they also had Jurel. So there's 2 there that maybe one of them can slide into the middle order at number 5, and Rishabh Pant can go back to that 6 or 7, that normal keeper spot, and really guide the tail when the times get tough. Ravindra Jadeja, 3 for 78 with the ball, 1 for 35 in the second innings, 17 and 2. I put him in the C column. I thought he was very respectable in a wicket that probably, they say he didn't get much turn late in the test match, like late in the days, but I thought he was really respectful, especially with the ball. Probably could have done a bit better with the bat because we know how handy he is with the bat, not just the ball, but I put him in the C column purely for his bowling. Ntish Kumar Reddy, straight in the S tier. What a innings, 114 in the first innings, batting at number 8, and you saw the emotion of his dad and his family, but most importantly, his dad in the crowd when he made it, in tears. It was lovely to see. So Kumar Reddy's that innings was just one you don't normally see from number 8, and I don't think you'll see him at number 8 very much longer, albeit he was listed at number 7. I know they had the night watchman Akesh Deep come in, who didn't last very long, mind you, but I don't think you'll be seeing Reddy at 8 for much longer. He could possibly bat at 7 or even possibly 6. I reckon 6 and 7 should be Pant and Reddy going forward for the future. None for 21 with the ball, none for 4. But that 114 was just something else, and it's just something to show for the future because he's another young player for the Indians. It was the game of the young players, really, this test match. Washington Sundar, who I thought was really good with the bat too, had that really good partnership. I can't remember off the top of my head how much. They put over 150 with the bat together, him and Kumar Reddy. Washington Sundar, 50 in the first innings, 5 not out in the second innings, 1 for 49 with the ball in the first innings, and none for 7 in the second innings. Came in for Shubman Gill. Was not agreeing with that decision at the point. Batted well, but I still don't know about why they dropped Shubman Gill. But although Washington Sundar did play well, and I actually put him in the C-column. Next up, Akesh Deep, 2 for 94 in the first innings, none for 53 in the second, 0 and 7 with the bat. I thought he was actually unlucky. He bowled really well, bowled some really good areas, just couldn't find the wicket. Got 2 in the first, bowled really well in the second innings, just didn't find the wicket. I think they need to stick with Akesh Deep because I think he has the goods. It's just his time will come. His luck, especially in that second innings, just wasn't on his side. He was one of the damaging bowlers. A lot of play and misses on the lights of, I think Marnus Labuschagne played and missed a lot in that innings too. Akesh Deep's bowling, so he was just unlucky. And for that fact, I actually put him in the C-column because I really like the way he bowling. His figures might not show it, but the way he was bowling, I think monitors at 5 or 6 out of 10. Jasprit Bumrah, straight in the A column. Sam Konstas really took it to him in that first, but he pounced back like all great players do. 4 for 99 in the first innings after taking it from Sam Konstas, who just really took it to him. Reverse sweeping, dancing him. Charging him down the wicket, smashing him through covers. This was off Siraj's bowling as well, mind you. Pulling him for 4s, ramping for 6s. It was just great to see. But the way Bumrah bounced back, 4 for 99 in that first innings, but then that second innings, that spell where he took it, I think 3 for 12. I think it was his third spell. Finishing with 557 the second innings was the reason why India was still in the game. So for that reason, Jasprit Bumrah goes in the A tier. And for last but not least, Mohammad Siraj, none for 122 and 3 for 70. I actually put him in the C column. Now hear me out. Not because of the way he bowled, especially in that first innings, but the way he bounced back after getting pumped. 3 for 70, good figures, and he bowled much better, much more fuller and tighter. It takes a lot. He would have been discouraged after getting none for 122. So to come back and get 3 for 70 and actually bowl really well, I think warrants him in the C column. But I'm also happy if people want to debate him in the D column, I wouldn't argue with that either. All right, so let's go over with the rankings. These are the final rankings. S tier, I've got Stephen Smith and Ntish Kumar Reddy. A tier, Marnus Labuschagne, Pat Cummins, Nathan Lyon, Scott Boland, Sam Konstas, who was a late switch from B to A, Jaiswal and Jasprit Bumrah. B tier, no one is there. In the C tier, I got Usman Khawaja, Ravindra Jadeja, Washington Sundar, Akesh Deep, and Mohammad Siraj. D tier, Alex Carey, Mitchell Starc, KL Rahul, Virat Kohli, and Rishabh Pant. E tier, Travis Head, and F tier, I got Rohit Sharma and Mitch Marsh. So there you have it, guys. There are my rankings for the Boxing Day test and what a test it was. The best Boxing Day test and one of the best tests we have seen forever, or if not for a while, especially on Australian soil. So now Australia go 2-1 up in the series. It's theirs to lose. If India do win the next test, making it 2-2, they will retain the Border Gavaskar Trophy, as they were the ones that won it last time. But that will be it for today. Make sure while you're here, turn on your notification bells, hit that subscribe button. It really helps get the channel out there, and I really do appreciate it. Share it around to a friend who you might think will enjoy this video, or want to even just get in discussion. Get in the comments and have a say what I got right, what I got wrong. Let's get some discussions going in the comments. If you haven't seen my previous videos of the first, second, and third test, make sure to go view that one as well. But until after the 5th test, I'll see you guys then.